Hey, what's up guys, this is Mishire on my Destruction Warlock. I'm going to go over the talents that have changed in the new expansion. Pre-patch just came out. Right now, Battle of Azeroth is going to come out on August 14th. Right now we're on the pre-patch. We're going to go over some of the changes. I'm in PvP mode right now, that's what you're seeing them. Players coming by. Hopefully we don't get into too many fights. I just want to be out here so I can kill some mobs. I'm in Argus. Alright, so I'm going to go with the talent tree first, and I'll talk about the changes to the Warlock from the expansion. Mostly the changes have been some minor nerfs, but I think a lot of classes were nerfed a little bit. Overall, we're pretty squishy right now at 110. That's probably just because of the changes, the 110 changes. These are the talents I use, and we'll go over them one by one really fast. Soulfire. Oh shit, I just got polymorphed. Oh, that's not good. Let's see some PvP. I didn't realize that was a player that was fighting there. I don't know if I should kill that rogue or not worry about him. I'm not sure yet. Gee, I was gonna do the. Oh my gosh. We're gonna start a new video. We're gonna do a new video. Let's kill this guy real fast. Alright, actually that was kind of cool. Maybe I'll leave that in here. Alright, so there's a PvP, me against a mage. The beginning was a little fucked up because I wasn't sure what the hell was going on. I thought that rogue was a... I noticed that the boss got pulled. I thought it was the rogue was a... oh shit, no, really? Alright, we'll have to fight him again. I really don't want to fight right now. I want to make a video, but you know, this would be cool. He's going to try to silence me here, so put that on. Might as well burst my Immortal Coil. This is my Soulfire, you guys can see. Here's my movement. Well, I'm not really moving. Put my shield on there. Always do lots of... pretty strong right now, so this isn't actually that hard of a fight here. Especially with my pet here. I can spell lock him a lot. Not much you can do. Alright, so hopefully he won't attack again, because I'm not going to attack him, just because I want to make this video. Alright, so there's some PvP to get you started with. As you saw, I was using Soulfire. Now Soulfire is like a faster incinerate. It's really good when you need a faster incinerate. It also does more damage, generates 3 shards. I really like it. Your other options are Eradication, which is probably good for burst against the Flag Carrier or something, because once you put a Chaos Bolt, you get 10% more damage. And Flashover is also very good. So Backdraft got fucked for us. So Backdraft used to be 3 charges back in the day. Then it got reduced to 2. Now it's down to 1. So now you only get 1 charge of Backdraft unless you spec into it with this spec. So Flashover is probably a good build, a good choice if you don't want to mess with Soulfire at the beginning. But I really do like Soulfire. It's really good for cleave. It's good for a fast cast if you need to cast something really fast. Now Shadowburn is back. And Shadowburn is no longer replacing Conflag. You now have 2 charges of Shadowburn, as you can see down here. It's instant cast, so now we have 4 instant casts, 2 Conflags, 2 Shadowburns. They're on short cooldowns. Shadowburn gets reset if you kill some mob. It's really good for PvE. It's fun. It's easy to pull mobs. You can Conflag, Shadowburn, Shadowburn, pull 4 mobs at once, bring them all together. Then you can AoE the fuck out of them. So our AoE is crazy. We have Shadow Fury, which doesn't show anything. So Shadow Fury is great. Players can't see it. Then you have Catalysm, which players are going to see, and they're going to move out of the way. So you almost always want a Shadow Fury first. Then we've got the Inferno, now that you can't see that either, and it's instant cast. You can cast it while you're moving. Then we've got the Rain of Fire. Here's the new graphics for Rain of Fire. Freaking awesome. And that's all our AoE, and that's some incredible AoE. We have some Cleave Power. We have Havocs, going with Mortal Coil. Havoc's cooldown is now set at 30 seconds. There's no longer a talent. No Havoc talent, okay? You got 30-second Havoc, but you can always use it with your Mortal Coil. So you Havoc and Mortal Coil, it's super good. You can also use your Soulfire at that time. Now what you can't use is your Chaos Bolt, because we're always going to have focused Chaos Bolt. I'll get that into a minute. But so for your Havoc, you know, you've got really good choices. We're going to your 2, your other choices besides Shadow Burn. You got Reverse Entropy. I didn't really like this that much. It's probably good overall damage, like in maybe PvE. I'm guessing it's PvE. Internal Combustion. This could be good against like flag carriers or something, you know, just some extra burst, but it doesn't actually add any more damage. So it consumes some of your Immolate's damage. So you're going to Chaos Bolt, it's going to consume some of your Immolate's damage to cause a little more damage. So overall, it's not more damage. So no PvE will probably ever get this. This is situational. I love Shadow Burn. It's great for PvP. You can cast while you move. You can finish off mobs in PvE. It's awesome. Next run, we got Dark Pack, which Demon Skin is good still. Burning Rush hasn't been changed. Everyone knows Burning Rush. Situational. Demon Skin has been changed. Demon Skin has been nerfed. Demon Skin used to be 1% recharge rate, and now it's only 0.5. Just keep that in mind if you're playing Demon Skin. You'll still get that 15% absorb shield before you fight, but now once you're fighting, it's only going to generate at 0.5. Dark Pack is the go-to right now. Dark Pack has been changed. Pay attention to this. Dark Pack is always sacrifices your own life, not your pet's life. It never sacrifices your pet's life anymore. It's only your life. You can run it with a pet. That's what I'm doing right now. Which means you always want to use it when you have full life, which means you probably want a Health Stone or Mortal Coil right before you use your Dark Pack to make sure you have full life so you get the full effect of Dark Pack. Then again, you don't want to use Mortal Coil or Health Stone when you don't actually really need it. So just keep that in mind. Dark Pack is very important right now at 110 because everyone has really good damage and we're all really squishy. We go to the next line is line 60. Cataclysm is by far the best. I've always liked Cataclysm, and in the last, before this patch, Cataclysm was more of an option. There were better options. Right now, it's the best option. Fire and Brimstone has been nerfed. It no longer generates 100%. It's down to 40% damage. It's still good for PvE probably in situations where everything's knocked together. Inferno is also good for PvE when everything's moved together. This is all an AoE build, but for PvP, you're not going to want Inferno. You're not going to want Fire and Brimstone. You're going to want Cataclysm for PvP. So Cataclysm, like I said, you can see it really well. So you can kind of start to cast it to scare people to get them to move in PvP, or you can Shadow Fury first. They can't see it. And then you Cataclysm. And not only will you get the people who you stun with the Shadow Fury, but you'll get anyone else who came into the Cataclysm. And now you've got Immolates on everybody. So Cataclysm is good. It's 30-second cooldown. I would definitely use it and start to learn to use it if you've never used it before. It hits hard. It hits like a truck. Okay, next we got Dark Fury reduces Shadow Fury. So let's talk about Shadow Fury, which I just showed twice. Shadow Fury is now a spell that everyone has no matter what. You don't have a choice. It is a cast time. It's a short cast time, but it is a cast time. Back in the day, we used to have an instant cast Shadow Fury. It actually did damage at one point back in like BC. But it's a 1-minute cooldown. But you can reduce that cooldown with Dark Fury. Probably aren't going to ever choose that because Mortal Coil and Demon Circle are way better. Mortal Coil is usually the go-to for PvP, especially with Havoc, which we all have Havoc. And Havoc is now at 30 seconds only again, so we can use it with every Mortal Coil. So you're probably going to go Mortal Coil. Demon Circle is still really good. It's actually even better than you think, and I'm going to tell you why. We have a new change with our pet, Succubus. Succubus has an ability called Whiplash, which has been very fun in the day. I mean, I had a lot of fun at Thunder. What is that place in the high mountain where everyone is up in the top in the city? You can Whiplash people off and kill them. That was pretty fun back in the last patch in the Legion. Well, now Whiplash doesn't knock people back anymore, so we lost our knockback, which sucks bad. But guess what we gained? We gained the slow. Now watch me slow this guy right here. Bam. Now he's slow. Look how slow he's moving. Now I can kill him. Oh, this guy just comes into my video. Perfect timing. So let's make sure he dies because he might be a healer. Okay, and he's dead. Oh, was that a shaman or is that a player? Goblin. Okay, he's a player. Okay, so he's an ally. So so you see that slow? I just totally slowed him. It works really good to slow people, and I'll let him go this time. There's a lot of reasons why you'd want to slow people. And it's a 6-second cooldown. It is awesome. So let's get back. Where is that spell here? 6-second cooldown. Whiplash. Okay, slows them 50%. You're gonna want to use this against almost all melee. Okay, and you're gonna want to use your Fell Hunter against your casters. And if you notice here, and then when you're PvEing, and killing these elites, you can want to use just Voidwalker. You can kill any elite with a Voidwalker. They're so amazing. You just resummon a new one. And the Imp kind of sucks. I mean, I guess you might want to use an Imp against, like, in Arena maybe, because you can use your Imp to remove polymorphs. Okay, which is very important. Okay, so since magic removes polymorphs. But Imp kind of sucks, man. I'm sorry. Like, I haven't tested him enough to see if his damage is better, but he's kind of crappy. He does give you a life boost. You know, you have that blood pack again. I don't know, they took it away for a while. We have blood pack again. And so maybe you want to use your Imp in a 5-man PvE situation. But mostly in PvP, you're going to use your Fell Hunter. Fell Hunter does have Devour Magic. I think they took that away for a while. So that's a 50-second cooldown, which is nice and short. You want to put that with your pet attack ability. For me, it's middle mouse. Just middle mouse, Devour Magic. Or you got your Succubus. Your middle mouse, slow. Push that button, they attack, and they slow the mob. 6-second cooldown, Whiplash. Unbelievably good. Okay, let's move down the line. So Whiplash moved with Demonic Circle is really good. You could slow them and then teleport away. It's kind of like the old days you used to have Conflag. Conflag used to slow mob people. Now Conflag actually stuns them with a Rinsed in Flame. But it used to slow people. And it's just such a good combo against so many people. Paladins especially. Paladins, oh my god. One-on-one of Paladins, we're gonna rock the fuck out of them again. And I had some one-on-ones with Paladins and I just destroyed them. They never touched me, man. Full life, they can't even touch you. So I'm not gonna mess with him. I think he's a tank. They're kind of annoying. I would kill him normally, just so you know. I'm KOS, that's kill on sight, kill everybody, but we're doing a video here, so we're gonna let him go. And next line is this line got screwed, man. It used to be the awesome word. This is where you used to have your Infernos. If you notice, I don't have an Inferno. I always run with Inferno. Usually Inferno has the stun. The stun is amazing for PvP. We don't have that anymore. We do have Infernos, but we don't have constant Infernos. Now they changed Supremacy, and this is the way it works now. You can see it on my screen here. And it's more of a burst ability. I didn't really like it, to be honest. It's probably good, like for situations like Capture the Flag. It might be good if you don't PvP that much, and you just see someone every 3 minutes, and you're always catching your Inferno whenever you attack, because then you got a stronger Chaos Bolts, and that's the way to kill somebody, right? So it could be really good. But for me, when I'm constantly doing stuff, it doesn't really help in PvE when you're doing World Quests. It doesn't really help in Battlegrounds when you're constantly fighting every second. So I usually just go with my Roaring Blaze here. And the reason I go with Roaring Blaze is because Dark Pack, I don't have to sacrifice to use Dark Pack anymore. I used to have to sacrifice, but you don't have to. Dark Pack works without it. Now Sacrifice still gives you Sacrifice has been changed. Sacrifice now gives you abilities again. For a while there, Sacrifice was not giving you the ability. So I would sacrifice my Fell Hunter and I couldn't actually spell lock. They changed that. You can now spell lock with your Sacrifice. The other abilities you get are Seduce. I don't know why would you ever want to Seduce. That's stupid. You also, the important one is for Voidwalker, you get to increase your life. So if you use your Voidwalker has this ability called Shadow Bulwark. Well, if you sacrifice your Voidwalker, you will get this ability, and you will be able to increase your life by 30% for 20 seconds. So that's actually pretty good, and I would use that sometimes. So sacrifice the Voidwalker, and you get increased life. It just makes you even more of a tank. But for me, I run with Roaring Blaze. It's nice for a lot of stuff. For rogues, puts a dot on them. It's an extra dot, and you can see it right here. There's the dot right there. All right, it works on mobs too. Well, obviously, this is a PvE talent still. So that's what I like, Roaring Blaze. If you run with Roaring Blaze and Flash over, you got a pretty strong conflag. 20% increased conflag, and then you got the conflag extra dot. But they totally changed this though. I mean, we don't have the same choices we used to have here. Okay, the last row is pretty much the same. I think this is the same. Maybe there used to be the Havoc one here, so it's a little different. So now we got our burst back. This is our 30% crit increase every 2 minutes for 20 seconds. It's good. It's definitely good to where I would use it with this one. You know, it's 3 minute and a 2 minute. It's a really good burst for Capture the Flag. It's a really good burst when you have to kill someone. It's a good burst if you're just seeing PvP once in a while. I like Demon Fire personally. Soul Conduit, also a really good choice. Probably Soul Conduit is probably the choice for PvE. It's less clunky. Demon Fire you have to cast every 20 seconds. I love Demon Fire. I'm a big fan. I think it's good for PvE. Pull a million mobs at once. For example, you pull them. Say there's 5 mobs here. I Cataclysm them and I Demon Fire, and it'll hit whichever ones need to die. You need to finish them off with a Shadow Burn. And I just like Channel Demon Fire because it's kind of like a free Chaos Bolt every 20 seconds to me. But Soul Conduit's also good. This is also good. They're all good. So there's your talents. Now let's go to PvP. PvP has been totally changed. There's no longer a PvP talent tree. All right. So now we have this pull down menu here. Here's War Mode. You turn that. This is War Mode. It's awesome, by the way. You just go to Orgrimmar. You turn it on once. You never have to do it again. You never think about it. Everywhere you go is PvP. Everyone you play against are PvPers. They enjoy it. It's like a giant battleground. Everywhere you go, it's freaking amazing. It's awesome. And every once in a while, you get PvEers who are just there to try to get the extra loot or extra experience, and then you destroy them, and it's hilarious. And they cry and they log on to their character and they complain to you still. It already happened to me. Literally, seriously. You still have PvEers playing PvP mode and then crying when you kill them, and that's how pathetic they are. So you got war mode, you turn it on once in Orgrimmar, and then everywhere you go, it's like a giant PvP arena. It's freaking great. I mean, you already saw a couple people run by me. I could have killed both of them. I could have attacked the other one, but I didn't. We already saw me killing that mage at the beginning. It was pretty fun. So our choices, the first choice is a medallion. You have the same choices as before. This one's kind of good, you know, it gets a lot of sheep. You're going to get sheep all the time. Adaption's good if you're just lazy. The reason I do not like adaption, I'm just going to throw this out there, is when you get sapped, adaption will proc. So a rogue sapping you will fuck up your medallion and screw you. Alright, so if you know, you want to use this if you're lazy. But medallion is the best. While we're talking about medallions, I'm going to talk about a potion. This is a tip for anyone who's watching this. Really, really good tip. There's a potion, and it's actually really easy to make now. Let's see if I have any of them. Okay, we are looking for living action potion. Okay, so they're really easy to make now because you can make them at your garrison from Warlords or Draenor, and they're called living action potions. You can also make free action potions. They're good too, but they require something. They both require fish. The original living action potion recipe does not require fish. It's just herbs that you can pick really fast and really easy. But I just made these because I got a lot of fish really cheap at the end of Warlord or Draenor. So this will work as a medallion. So you have a double trinket. You have a second trinket. And another change that's super good that you want to know is Healthstones now do not replace potions. You can use a Healthstone and you can use a living action potion. You can use a Healthstone and you can use a healing potion. Really, really good change. And another change that's really, really good for us is in Battlegrounds, you can use potions again. So last expansion for Legion, they just totally fucked PvP in so many ways. I don't even want to go into it right now in this video. But now they fixed a lot of those mistakes. And one of the fixes they made is you can use your living action potion in Battlegrounds. And these things are cheap. So basically, if you use these and you hotkey them, you can have 2 medallions, 2 trinkets in Battlegrounds. And it's super awesome, guys. And you still can use your Hellstone. So make sure you make a lot of these or look them up. There's a recipe and you can make them. It's really easy to make. They're pretty easy. You get any alchemist. You can buy the recipe. It's a rare recipe, and they can make it. Or you can go to your garrison, and your garrison can make it there for you. Okay. So there's the medallion trinket. Next one. Here's our abilities. Here I'll go down them real quick. Focus Chaos Bolt is the one everyone's gonna have. They remove Firestone. There's no more Firestone. So no more Firestone builds. It's really sad. It's pathetic. I don't know why they did it. Firestone was awesome. It was a cool alternative to Focus Chaos Bolt. It made our cleaves really strong. We don't have it anymore. So every Warlock you see that's destruction will have Focus Chaos. The other second best one is Entrenched in Flames. Now, this is important because it roots people. It helps you catch them. It helps you get away from them. It helps you keep them off you. You have to go for it. If you're not using this, you're not making any sense. The third one is the one where we have options. I have Fragility on here right now. Just because. Your other options, Curse of Tongues is great. It's fun, fucks with people. Weakness, I never really like weakness. I mean, it probably is useful, but the player that you put it on doesn't really notice it. Tongues, it just fucks up their whole rotation. Nether Ward is still really good. You probably want to go with Nether Ward. If you can reflect a good Chaos Bolt, it can keep you alive at the right time when you have a Shadow Priest on you and a Mage on you. It probably morphs the Mage. Nether Ward will cause the Paladin to hammer himself if he's a noob. Most Paladins, I'd say about 50% of the Paladins will still fall for that. Essence Drain is I don't really like it, and Casting Circle I've never liked. Those are your choices though, guys. I would probably be running with Nether Ward most of the time. I just have Fragility on because for some reason I put it on. I think it was a Capture the Flag situation or something. And Curse of Tongues is also really fun. If there's a lot of captures, I would run with that. So you got your talents. Let me see if I missed anything. So yeah, no more Infernos. I already mentioned that. We got some new graphics for the Healthstone. So well, I'll show that to you really fast. Let's see. Any other changes? I'm just going to look through my list here real fast and see if I have any other changes that I don't know what happened to my list. Okay, I think that's it. So we're going to wrap this video. Oh, there's one change I didn't mention, and it's the Havoc change. I want to show you this. Here's the target. I'm going to put Havoc on him, alright? There, I put it on him. Look, he's not attacking me. Havoc no longer pulls aggro, guys. It's really good. Oh, wow. What the hell? Casper the Warlock hit the target for 60% normal? That used to be 100, didn't it? Am I wrong? Well, I just realized that right now. So this is another nerf, guys. Havoc's only 60%. But you know what? It still causes Mortal Coil to work, so that's all that really matters to us. And it still applies Immolate. And it still applies the stun. So, you know, so we still have the Conflag, we'll still stun them. And this works this is a cool change, by the way. These PvP talents work in PvE, so I can stun mobs. So We can Havoc this one. We can apply Immolate, and then we can stun them both. They both stun, and then we can Mortal Coil them both. They're both fleeing, and then we can Soulfire them both. And they're both gonna get their ass kicked. And then we can start Shadow Burning. And while we're talking real fast, I'm gonna show it real quick. I'm gonna do one more tip real quick with macros. I have a lot of macros, guys, and one of the macros that I use, one of the lines that you use that is really good is this one right here. Just look at this line right here. Target enemy, if the target doesn't exist or the target's dead, it will automatically target a new enemy. Alright, you want to put that in all your spells. Make a macro for every spell you have. Look, I'm not targeting anything right now. I'm going to click the button. It'll automatically target him and then hit him. Alright. And then, you know, that's how it works. It's freaking awesome. So, make sure you do that, guys. Don't forget that. I'll put it up one more time. Alright, that's the end of that video. And, if you have anything else that you learned that was new about Warlock, you can mention it in the comments. Maybe something I didn't notice. There you go. Target no exist, target dead. Okay, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm going to upload a bunch of my battlegrounds that I've been playing recently. One each day probably. I have a lot of really good saved battlegrounds, a couple of really good AVs. A couple of them are before the patch, a lot of them are after the patch. And I'll upload those soon. So...